Hello everyone, welcome to Tech Talk. Today we are going to have our classroom 7 of Python tutorial. So if you followed the previous videos of the courses, that means you learn the fundamentals of Python, and that was variables, data types, functions, conditionals, loops and user input. So that is the core of Python. Whatever application you'll build, be it a data science script or a web app or something that automates the daily tasks that you are doing, you are almost always going to need all those fundamentals. So before going further to more advanced features of Python, in this section, let's take some time and concentrate on what we learned. And by concentrating, what I mean is to little of these fundamentals, think of a little of these fundamentals that you learned, and the best way to do this is to create a whole program that uses all of those core features of Python. So without wasting any more of your time, let's get started. So now I'm not going to show you the program here. First, I'm just going to show you the output, whatever we are expecting here. So if I run the code here, so it should ask for a user input here. So if I say, how are you? How is the weather? Enter. Again, it should ask for the user input. And if I enter again, it should ask for the user input. And I am good. Weather is cloudy. And again enter. So now if user enters \end and press enter, so it should return an output like this. Here you can see the output is how are you. How is capitalized here. Here how I have entered as a small h, but here it is capitalized. Now in the and you can see here I just entered a raw string how are you, but as it is a question, it just automatically added a question mark here. So in the next sentence, how is the weather, it is question mark again, and I am good, it is not a question, so it just added full stop with a capitalized I. And again the last sentence, weather is cloudy, W is capitalized here, here it is not capitalized, and with a full stop because it is not a question mark. So this is the output we need, and also this output should be shown in a perfect text, not in a string format, raw string format. It should be shown in a real text format. So this output is needed here, and I want that you pause the video and you try whatever you can. If it is not coming out, definitely you can check the rest of the video where the solution I have given. Okay, so we are going to start with making our function. So first we need to create our function def. Suppose I am going to name my function as sentence maker. And in this function, the argument that we will pass is, suppose it is a phrase. Now, as you already know that in our output, when we are giving repetitively strings in our user input, so it will return it as a capitalized sentence. That means the first letter of the sentence is a capital letter. So for that, we will take a variable name cap, and we will capitalize it. Phrase dot capitalize. So let's check what is the use of capitalize function. I'm going to write it here. How are you? In our Python interactive shell, we can check what is the use of capitalized function. See, how are you dot capitalize. Here how I have written it in small letter, but when I have used capitalize, it is just converting it to a capital letter, capital H. So it is working fine here. So now we have to make it like that. If the string we are giving here is a question, so it should add a question mark after the sentence. And if it is not a question, it is just a simple string, it should add a full stop here. So for that, what we can do, we have to add if else condition. So here, if phrase dot, there is a function called starts with, and we can check what is the use of starts with. Suppose how are you dot starts with, and starts with will take a tuple here. In this tuple, I'm going to give some WH questions, that is how, comma, what, comma, why. Enter. Okay. There is an invalid syntax error because I have written y outside the double inverted comma. So inverted comma y. So it is saying it's a true. That means how are you? It is starting with how, which comes under this tuple where how is present. So the same thing we are going to do here. We are going to check if our phrase is starting with a WH word, that is a question. Word like how, what, why, whose, which, whatever you can give. So here I'm just going to give how, same thing, what, why, so, and colon. So you know what, we can do this more simply, like it will be more readable if we just take it and we just store it in a variable like interrogatives equals to this, and now in starts with we just pass this variable interrogatives. So our phrase that will give as user input, if it starts with interrogatives that are how, what, why, you can add any more interrogatives, which, whose, whosoever, whatever you like, you can add it here. And now it will return our string, that is cap, because we are not going to return phrase here because we need the phrase to be capitalized, that is inside cap. So cap and with a question mark. And else, that means if the phrase that you have given is not a question, it is just a simple sentence, it will return cap with a full stop. I just need to give a double quotation here. Okay, just saving it. Now let's check what this function is giving output. Just calling this function here, sentence maker. How are you? Just saving it, and here I'm going to run it. Okay, great, it's working. You can see that how are you, H is capitalized, and then one question mark is added here because it starts with the WH word. So just I'm going to my favorite color is red. I'm going to change it to a simple sentence. Okay, it's working. Just I'm going to just doing it as this. Okay, see, it's working here. My is capitalized, and as it is a simple sentence, full stop is added over here. So our main motive is done. We're going to see what we can do next. Okay, so our function is created. Now we have to think about how we can take repetitive input so that until and unless user gives a \end, the input should return as say something, or it should ask for the user input. So how can we do this? Yes, we are talking about a loop here, which is a conditional loop because we have to condition it as it should take /end to end the loop. I know many of you already guessed it. What is the loop? Yes, it is a while loop. So just create a loop here. We don't need it anymore. Okay, so we are just writing while true. So while loop should be running always. And now if if we have to take a user input, so in our user input say something. Okay, so now if user input equals \end, what it would do? It would just break everything. Don't break everything, just break the loop. Or else, now what else? So if the user is not entering /end, what should it do? It should just take the inputs, take the phrases that user is entering, and then concatenating all the phrases and converting them in a single text. So else, and how can we take all the phrases and convert them in a single text? So we can add all the phrases in a single list so that the list can convert them in a single whole text. So for that, we need to create a list over here. Just name it results, and it should be an empty list. So in this empty list, if the user is not giving /end, the inputs should be appended in the empty list. So here we just need to do results dot append and it is user input. So just check what it is doing. Print results. Okay, save it and run it. Say something hi. List object has no attribute appends. Okay, it should not be appends, it should be append. Say something hi, hello, bye, /end. So see, hi, hello, bye, everything is coming under a list. So it's returning the whole list. But yes, the format is not what we wanted. That means it's separated by a comma. So for that to have it in a proper format that we wanted, we have created a function over here, that is sentence maker. So we can call this sentence maker function here, like sentence maker, and the user input should be passed as the argument. That is like this. And now if we run our code, say something hello, how are you, slash end. Yes, now you can see hello full stop, how are you question mark. So it's working. So now we just have to do this thing like here you can see in the output it is coming inside square brackets and it is still comma separated. So we just need to present it in a in user preferable way. So that will do now. Okay, so now to concatenate this list items that are strings, there is a method called join method, which is a method of list. We can test it here in our Python interactive shell. Here I'm going to take a string as a dash. It is a dash, but it is still a string. So here I'm going to apply our join function and inside this I'm going to write few strings. So that is how are you comma very good. Okay. Okay, so I know what is the error here. So this join function actually takes a list as its argument. So we have to pass it in a list format, that is inside a square bracket. That means it is a single argument. So previously what I have done, the square brackets were missing. That's why it's saying that join takes exactly one argument, 2 given, because no square bracket was there. So with comma separated, it takes how are you is as one argument and very good is another argument. So now see it how are you dash very good. It's just joining these two strings with a dash over here. So we can do similar things here. We just have to pass it here join, and inside join function we need to pass results because our results is a string. So we can directly pass it in our join function. Now save it, and now just write it hi hello slash end. See, it's just concatenating into a simple real text. So but still there is a small problem that after full stop there should be a space, proper space to differentiate between two sentences. So we just need to give here one space and save it. So now to get our preferable output, we have to run it again. Py basics.py. Okay, so how are you, how is the weather, I am good, weather is cloudy. Enter slash end, enter. So if you see now, how are you, how is capitalized with question mark, how is the weather, how is capitalized with question mark, I am good full stop, weather is cloudy full stop. So we got our output. So guys, I hope you enjoyed coding with us. Stay tuned for next Python classroom where we are going to learn some advanced features as well. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Till then, bye bye.